Welcome back, YouTube, to part 3 of Turnabout Big Top, where hopefully we will finish up investigating now and head to court. So let's get the show on the road. We've just had our attorney's badge stolen by Money the Monkey, and we need to get that back. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilo? What do you mean, hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilo told me that he was in love with me. Trilo told you he was in love with you? Yes, he did. Kind of cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him. But what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trilo. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. That's okay. So she loves the puppet. Very sheltered child, a little bit like Pearl. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? Nope. That won't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trilo both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. Ah, but Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trilo hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Huh? What? Who do you think I should go for? Max or Trilo? Wait. You do realize that Trilo is a puppet? Huh? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Oh boy. She's not the brightest. Is she? She's not the brightest. Right, let's go speak to Mo then. Oh, Gumshoe gone. December 28th, lodging house, plaza. Huh? She said if Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. Okay. December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room. Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Right all the time. Ugh. It's alright to be wrong every now and then, right? See, Nick, it just took a while for that joke to find its audience. So what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it. We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? How'd you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? So, about Regina. Regina is such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know, but that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top. Sounds like Pearly. For her, every child's dream is of the circus. For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality. She lives in a dream world. She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life. Guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply, without complications. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ah, yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Huh? Why's that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business? Right? Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. Then who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course! Shall we go? Should we go with him now, or wait a while? Let's go with him. December 28th, lodging house, third floor, Acro's room. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. Huh? That's a big pile of junk over there in the corner. I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that that's Phoenix's stuff over there too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. A monkey who takes care of Acro. How about she gathers all sorts of shiny objects? Holy cow! There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy. And it's really heavy. Nick, I found it! Your badge! It's right here! Thank goodness for that. Thanks, you really saved me. Huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring. Something engraved on it. From T to R. Cheap ring with an eerie sparkle. T to R is engraved on it. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow? Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. Guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet. Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. Oh no, I did the episode cut at the wrong time. Okay, in that case, we'll start trial. We won't get too far into it, we'll just do the beginning. No! What a disaster. What a disaster. From Trilogy to Regina? Yeah, I would have thought that was the... Alright, we're crossing over into trial territory here. December 29th, 9:43 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer, flying fabulously. December 29th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom, number 2. And now the case of one... What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. So? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Ms. Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. But watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there. Now. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that stabbed a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause blunt force trauma to the back of the head. A blunt object? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Let me ask you about the snow. There was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. Huh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Wait. At the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. No. Papers. No. Poster. No. Drink bottle. No. Circus map. No. Monkey. No. Ring. No. Crime scene. I don't know what... I don't know what it's suggesting there. I'm going to move on for now. All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, oh my goodness, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course, the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot, Regina the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. We said we saw a cheap wristwatch. The practice session broke up at around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room, tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. All right, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Why did she cut him off like that? The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Wooden box added to the court record. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. The wooden box, about the lock, about the contents. Let's go with the box. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figure they just did it to make the box heavy. Youch! I think we could all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, Detective. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it. You'd think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe with this time. He gave us the facts as he saw them. There's got to be more to this. I didn't see anything. But that's where you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. Let's press that first statement again. I wonder if now we've got the box, pressing this makes a difference. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard. Okay, no, this is the same. Does it pile up? It's no big deal. Snow, there's got to be some more to this. Okay, there's got to be something we can present here. There's got to be. Night of the crime, snow is falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Oh, hang on, maybe I need to ask more questions about the box. Let's try that. Wooden box, blah, 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 blah. About the contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. A bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Oh, why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle, found inside the wooden box. The victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Okay. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Guess that's all we're going to get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're going to get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Huh? I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilo will show up on the stand as well. I hope not. I'll have to do his voice then. Oh, there he is. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, a ventriloquist. That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? They had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose! You would think you'd have the sense to fix it! It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face off the chance the swelling would help! You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star? Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. Oh, what's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony in my crouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Witness testimony. What you witnessed? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. And that's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? And then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Wait, Trilo wasn't with Ben though, right? Didn't Max hide Trilo from in the ringmaster's room? Trilo wasn't there. Unless I'm mistaken. Trilo shouldn't have seen anything. Also, Trilo's a puppet. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, his cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Oh, well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. A silk cat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown. The clown. You're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold on that night, especially with the snow all around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Oh, Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. And that's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. Oops. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure! How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears! Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall! Max's three-piece getup! Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses! Thank you! Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. Okay. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Proof it was Max. Ben only saw Max. Should Ben have seen someone else? The ringmaster. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? The ringmaster. It's gotta be. Russell Berry. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Yeah! Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactical was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Ah, I see. It seems that, at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Alright, so we've been through the whole thing. No, we haven't been through the whole thing. Anyone heading that way? We didn't press this. Then the police showed up. And took Magic Boy away. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m, I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m, so you hung at the lodging house the entire time. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? Can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Why you shut up, you big nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Oh. And Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Regina, probably. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Wah! You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, and don't you forget it. Oh, well, the puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Huh? All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime? However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. Ow! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Did volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think they humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. And more pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. All right. Well, in this testimony about the proposal, that seems like a pretty good time to pause it there for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We're going to hear about puppet marriage in tomorrow's video. So I'll see you then.